it going?
Oh, it's good.
How's this guy doing?
From the Heartland barn being an actual ranch in Canada to the actors loving horses in real life too, here are Heartland facts fans definitely don't know. And right off the bat, it's the fact that the Heartland barn actually exists. That's right, while most shows spend a lot of money building sets, the Heartland production decided to film the series at a working cattle ranch in Alberta. The ranch is owned by Roy Foster, and his brother Les is the one who built the red barn that's famous from the show. But if you're planning on visiting the place anytime soon, I've got some bad news. Turns out, since it's private property, fans of the show can't visit the actual Heartland Ranch. It's only the cast and crew who have access to it, mostly because they're always filming over there. But don't lose hope, because if you do end up visiting Millerville, there's a ton of other filming locations you can check out. The most popular spot among fans is the Millerville Anglican Church. That's where Lou's wedding took place back in season 3, and you really don't need me to tell you how beautiful the place is. Plus, not too far from the church is the Millerville Farmers Market and Racetrack, where all those exciting horse racing and rodeo scenes are filmed. Of course, the place is open for tourists all year round, but the best time to visit it is between mid-June and October, because that's when the farmers market is open, and you'll get to experience the true spirit of the place. And get this, Maggie's Diner exists in real life too. You see, even though Millerville is a pretty small town, it still has a lot to offer. For instance, the set for Maggie's Diner, Tack and Feed, can be found on 3rd Avenue in the small town of High River. And even though Maggie's Diner isn't functional, fans of the show can still visit the building and look through the windows at any time. Not only that, but if you do swing by the area, you can get a real-life diner experience too, just on 4th Avenue. There's a real-life version of Maggie's Diner right there called Evelyn's Memory Lane, and it's where fans go to sample Alberta's great food and hospitality. I don't know about you, but I'm already booking my tickets. What's more is that High River also has a Museum of the Highwood, where they've displayed a collection of costumes and props that appear in the show. And if you happen to go around filming season, you can also spot the trailers of the Heartland crew behind the museum, and maybe even get the chance to run into Amber Marshall, the actress who plays Amy. How exciting, right? The Olive and Finch store is also a must-visit if you want to get some amazing Heartland souvenirs. And all in all, High River is definitely heaven for any Heartland fan. But enough about this. Did you know that Heartland started off as a novel series? Yep, the series is actually an adaptation of a novel series written by Lauren Brooke. Lauren published her first novel, Coming Home, all the way back in 2000. And since then, she's written 26 novels. That's some commitment right there. In 2007, the Canadian CBC network got the rights to turn the books into a TV series. And well, the rest is history. Of course, the network didn't adapt the books exactly as they were, like the location, for example. The books are based on a family of ranchers who live in Virginia, USA, but to make the show much more relatable for the Canadian audience, the production switched places to Alberta, Canada. Even the names of some characters were changed, and in the novels, Lou's name is Louise Fleming, but in the show, her name was changed to Samantha Louise Fleming. According to them, the production doesn't want to use names that can become a problem for real people and places, and also for clearance reasons. Plus, Ty Borden in the books is someone who comes to the ranch after school, but in the show, they completely changed his personality and made him a rebellious teenager. Marion ends up hiring him because she needs the extra help, but even after all these changes, the show's a major hit. Speaking of popularity, the production films 2 episodes at a time just to maintain their viewership. That sounds like a lot of hard work, but the cast has no problem filming for so long. In fact, they've gotten used to it now. During filming, the crew always shoots 2 episodes at a time, just like a movie. I know what you guys are wondering. How do they manage to pull this off? Well, if you ask the production, it's pretty easy. Turns out, the crew travels to each filming location and films all the location scenes together, and when it reaches the post-production stage, everything is separated. Usually, the kitchen scenes are filmed at the same time, and so are the barn scenes. And each set of 2 episodes takes around 3 weeks max to film, which has helped the production to move through shooting as quickly as possible. Plus, let's not forget that they've had plenty of time to perfect this routine. After all, they've been on air for over 15 years now. That's quite an achievement. At the end of the day, the cast and crew are ready to do whatever it takes to produce the best seasons. So it's no wonder why they've hired the best in the business for everything, especially when it comes to their horses. Yep, I'm talking about John Scott, the head wrangler. He's the one who oversees all the scenes involving horses and supplies the show with everything they could ever need. From cattle to tack, you name it, he's got it. He's also well known in the industry and has made a name for himself as an actor, producer, wrangler, stunt coordinator, and even a promoter. Whoa, talk about being talented. John actually keeps 160 horses around just for filming reasons, so it'd be fair to say that he means business. He was also the head wrangler for the hit film series, The Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers. And guess what? Even his grandson, Jake Scott Church, has made an appearance in Heartland as Mallory's boyfriend, Jake. John even runs his own company called John Scott Production and Motion Picture Animals, which has helped dozens of major film productions over the last 30 years. He also has every animal you can imagine. But if you ask the guy, his specialty lies in cattle, horses, and buffaloes. And as far as stunt work goes, I'm not exaggerating when I say that John is the best of the best. His passion for his work is undeniable. He's made sure that the horses remain the highlight of the show. So, kudos to him. But now that I'm talking about the show's horses, it only makes sense to tell you guys about this fun fact about Spartan. Not even diehard stans of the show know this one. You see, Spartan's real name is Stormy, and he's been playing the main equine actor throughout the entire show. He became a part of Heartland when he was only 5 and has been rocking it on set ever since. But you guys want to know what's the craziest thing about all of this? This role was actually Stormy's first ever acting job. Isn't that just adorable? Just like many other professional actors, Stormy has also had many stunt doubles over the years. For instance, back in the season 5 finale, Sunny and Ziada doubled for Spartan when Amy decided to audition for Dark Horse. So it goes without saying that Stormy and Amber share a bond like no other in real life too. After all, they've been working together for so long now. I mean, Amber's known Stormy for as long as Amy has known Spartan. So their connection is truly what sets the show apart. And the actors aren't just pretending to like the horses either. Most of them are the biggest horse lovers in real life too. You see, Amber started riding horses when she was only 4 years old and is just as talented of a rider as her character. What's more is that she actually lives on a 100-acre Alberta ranch with her husband, and the lovebirds take care of different animals, including horses, cattle, cats, and even an alpaca. It's no wonder why she fits in so perfectly with her role. She's living the dream, folks. And it isn't just Amber. Alicia Newton, aka Georgie, is also a huge fan of horses.
What are you doing here, Georgie? How could you do this to my mom and dad?
If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't know anything about your own family.
So much so that she's gotten 2 beautiful horses for herself. And believe it or not, she's also a competitive show jumper. What a talented cast, right? Even the 2 veteran actors, Nathaniel Arcand and Sean Johnston, are pretty experienced around horses. So there you have it. From the actors loving horses in real life too, to the Heartland barn being a real ranch in Canada, those were Heartland facts fans definitely didn't know.